And there isn't a more fascinating waterway in the world, I would suggest, than the Panama Canal, because you go from sea level, it's 82 kilometers long, you have to raise these ships.
Right.
They carry the way through the Panama Canal, and then they have to be lower than the other end.
Right. That's the way to do it, and we do it with fresh water.
And that's the problem, isn't
that's
it?
a major challenge, because actually the situation is that rainfall trends are falling in a downward trend, and we have to look for more sources of water. And this is the major waterway of the world that operates on fresh water, which is a sort of a disadvantage. And that is, at this time, is a major challenge. We use on a daily basis about 2.5 times the amount of water a city of the size of New York uses. So it's very large.
2.5 times on a daily basis the amount of water in order to get these ships across as well. And that's been a real challenge, isn't it? Because as we all know, there's been sporadic rainfall, less rainfall, with climate change as well. It's a really good question. It's a really important question for one of the most important waterways in the world. How are you coping with that?
We are coping that with extreme managerial techniques. We are using strong data management. We have information on the lake, on the flows, on the lockages, on the times the gates are open and closed in order to maximize water utilization. And that's why we're going through this major crisis. This is the first time the Panama Canal has to reduce the number of transits in order to meet the challenges of demand. So we had gone from about 36 transits a day down to 24. Now we have gotten more rain, a little bit of rain, and then as a result of our managerial skills that we have developed in this process, we have been able to increase to 27, and in a few weeks we will go to 32.
Ricaurte, that's just mind-blowing, because if we talk about the two key shortcuts on the planet.
Right.
One of them is the Suez Canal, and we talk about this all the time. A bit if all this shipping has got to go around the south of Africa and come around again, the expense and the costs increase. And people say, well, this is a security issue because of the war, because of the Houthis, because of the Red Sea. And yet climate change is creating as big a problem, if not a bigger problem, for those absolutely pivotal west-east routes, east-west routes as well. And yet people spend so much attention looking at the shipping implications of what's going on in the war with the Houthis and the rebels there, but actually not looking at what's going on because of climate having the same effect on the Panama Canal.
Right. One is geopolitical, the other one is environmental. And this is one of the challenges we are facing as a society around the world. And in Panama, at the Panama Canal, we live through that and with that every single day. So to us, environment, climate, sustainability is critical.